What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. I'm joking. Hello, Yugioh players. How are you today? We are here with who?
Patrick Hoban.
Patrick who?
Hoban.
Patrick Hoban. First time I ever met Patrick Hoban. So how was your experience?
First time meeting Hoban?
Yeah. How was your experience at Nets?
It was good. I finished in top 16.
It's good. So what deck are you playing?
Sylvan.
All right, let's see the deck.
Okay. I played 3 Curry Bandits. I played a very minimal amount of Sylvans actually. I played 3 of each of the trees, and then only 2 Princess, only 1 Marshall Leaf, and then only 2 Kumashumus.
All right.
And I played 2 Lone Fire Blossoms, Blaster, and Spore.
All right.
For the spells, I played 3 Charity, 3 Soul Charge, 2 Terraforming, 2 Sylvania, 3 Upstarts, 3 Miracle Fertilizers, 1 Forbidding Lance, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Foolish Burial. And then for traps I played 3 Emptiness.
Alright. Let's see the extra deck.
Alright. I played 1 Drago Sack, 1 Big Eye, 2 Aurea, Heliopolis, 2 Felgrand, Alcé, Grinder, Alucard, Engineer, Decisive Armor, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Stardust Spark.
Alright. And what did you side?
I sided 2 Maxi, 3 Flying Sea, the 2nd Marshall Leaf, 1 Chalice, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2nd Lance, 2 Light Imprisonings, and 3 Rivalries.
Alright, so here are the questions I have.
Okay.
What's good about your build?
Alright, one of the coolest things I thought was that I did the 2 field spell and 2 terraforming. The reason I did this is because you always want to see the first field spell, but then you never want to see the second field spell. So you can just, when you play terraforming, you take the second field spell out and it decreases your chance of ever getting to the second one. I also play, I know a lot of people don't play Upstart in this deck, but it's particularly cool in this deck because you can stack Charity with the field spell and then Upstart into it.
Okay.
Foolish, it helps you get out of the early game really well. And Emptiness just kind of blocks everybody out. I also went with just a minimal amount of Sylvans, just because you don't particularly want to draw like any of these guys. They're not the best, and if you need their effects, you can just like search them with the field spell.
All right.
I guess that's pretty much it for the main deck.
What's bad about your deck or Sylvans in general?
I think, well, the worst thing is games you can't play, because like there some games where you get like Phoenix Wing on your Curry Bandit, and then you're just like behind way too far, and you can't play the game. You can get floodgated really easily, where if they have Dimensional Fissure or Macro, then yeah, you just can't play those games. So whenever they have those without you having it out, you just can't play the game. And that's probably, oh, it also takes forever to play. I lost in time to...
I have your calculator.
I went Lone Fire Soul Charge, but then there was like a 5,000 difference because I also upstarted, and then he ended up winning in time, despite like my hand was really, really good. But yeah, congrats to him. He's in top 8 now. And
is there
Flying Sea makes it take even longer to amplify that problem. This card's really good because what it does is when you're putting a normal special as a monster, you can just special it, and then they can't exceed. So against Yugioh, they can open Armor Yugioh gear, and you can just like special this, and then you can just sit on your monsters every turn, and then you can just like accumulate advantage. But it takes forever. When we were testing, we would play with like our hands face up and then just talk out the best move in every scenario, and we would spend literally like an hour a game. And in the tournament, it goes faster than that because like we're not talking out our hands, we're not playing with our hands face up and stuff. But any game with flying C involved still takes probably like 20-25 minutes. So time is very real with this deck, I guess.
Time is on your side. Is there anything you would change about your deck?
What would I change? I actually really wanted to cut Spore. I didn't think he was really necessary, but I ended up playing him because I thought I didn't want to decrease the number of plant monsters that I played, and I didn't think that there was a better plant monster than him to fill that spot. Like I didn't want, you know, a second Martial Leaf or a third Kumashima. I thought this would be better than that, but really, if I would consider cutting Spore altogether. I would probably cut Lance. Honestly, it just depends how the meta would change. Like, after the ban list, Yugioh won't be played, so you could probably cut Lance. And Vanities is always like a format-dependent card. This card was really just for Lightsworn because I expected to play a lot of those, and this card's essentially an auto win against them. So I might not play Vanities if Lightsworn weren't as popular. But for this event, I think Vanities was really good. In the extra deck, I would actually consider a second Alcé in the extra deck because, well, I would have considered a second Alcé for this event. I wouldn't do it for the next event because I probably wouldn't side Flying C if Yugiohs weren't in the deck. But for this event, what would often happen is you put Flying C on the field, and then you, when you get through all their back row, you can finally summon Alcé, and then you'll put their monsters back on the top of their deck, and you'll have like that whole turn, and then you'll have the next turn to spin something, and then you'll have the next turn to win the game. So it gives you like 3 turns to win, and by only playing one, you're kind of committing to not being able to summon Alcé until you push through all their back row and you have Flying C on the board. So I probably would have played a second one going back. And then in the extra deck, or in the side deck, is there anything I would change? Prisoning's not the best, but we kind of knew that going in. We just wanted more Vanities. Vanities seemed like the strictly better version of the card. And it does a lot more against Lightsworn, but we weren't taking out Vanities when we were putting these in. It was just like a 4th and 5th floodgate against them. So, but this card's still not very good, so I might take it out. And honestly, I might just cut the Martial Leaf entirely if Yugioh weren't played. And I guess that's about it.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Shout out to all to Reality Games. Congrats to my friends that are in top 8 right now.